Happy April Fool's Day, AFI Movie Club. I'm Deborah Goodrich Royce, and I played Nikki in April Fool's Day.
I'll find a use for it. Buffy? I know you and Arch had something going before I met him.
Arch is sweet, but he only has two expressions, color up and color down.
So April Fool's Day was new at the moment it came out. It is a comedy, it is an ensemble piece, and it is a horror film or a thriller. It's kind of all of the above. So this was the moment in time of the Brat Pack movies, if you remember. These were the John Hughes films that came out. The name of that genre was coined for him. So here we have a group of young actors, some of whom you know, some of whom you may not. And again, Fred Walton, the director, who was known from When a Stranger Calls. That's what everybody remembered him for. That was really a breakout, scary film. It was straight up scary film with Carol Kane. And he's trying something a little different here. So we have Tom Wilson, from Back to the Future, who's also a stand-up comic. So he added a lot of the comedy. Collar up and collar down is how he was defined. That was his, his signature style. Some of the film is very un-PC today. That right now, this scene that we're looking at, they're playing around with two young men and their discomfort with homosexuality. Jay Baker, very funny guy. I think he went on to do a home improvement show in Tennessee. That's what I've heard. So here comes the first tension. So now you know, maybe this isn't going to be just funny. The music is very effective. Something's up, you don't know what. The composer had, Charles Bernstein did Nightmare on Elm Street. There's Clayton Rohner. I did 2 films with Clayton Rohner back to back. I thought I would do every film my whole life with him. It didn't turn out that way, but we're friends.
Wrong room.
And the exploding cigar trick. So we even have a little of old vaudeville. Here's a little vaudeville with me, the faucet. So the jokes are being laid. Tom Wilson opens the medicine cabinet. Not such a funny joke today. We are in the post. It's different times now. And I find my surprise in the drawer. So something's up. Each character is being fooled. There we have the doorknob pulling off. Again, very slapstick, a lot of the comedy in this. It is that extraordinary blend of the funny and the exceedingly tense. Charles Minsky was the DP, whose work is so beautiful, so wonderful. We, of course, shot in film, as was done back in the day. And the tension's really building now on this long end of night.
Hello?
Beautifully lit just from behind. Through that window.
Who's there?
He hears something. Opens the knife. Just a cat. All over. He puts the knife down. Scream was, I think, completely referential to April Fool's Day. So Fred Walton is a brilliant guy. He's an amazing guy. We're still in touch. I write thrillers now, not films. I write novels, and I send him my work and hear what he thinks. That well scene, I actually can't believe I did it. And I did my own stunt, and we shot most of it on site, but the interiors were done in a sound stage. So imagine there you are in a sound stage and you're in a pool, essentially a 3-foot deep wading pool. And every single member of the crew, it's shot in film, so there are a lot of guys, and they were almost all guys then. They're in waders and they're smoking cigarettes and they're throwing their cigarette butts and their old coffee cups floating around in this murky, cold, dirty water that I keep falling into. All I remember is I got the ear infection of my life. 3 weeks, I had an ear infection from that water. And I would go to restaurants in LA and I was very geriatric. I couldn't actually hear anything anybody said from that water. But I'm actually glad I shot it myself. And you know, there's the missing ending of the film, which if you Google the missing ending of April Fool's Day, 15 minutes of this movie are gone. And there's all this chatter about what it was. What was this ending? And it isn't really such a big secret. I have the ending. Well, maybe I shouldn't say what it is. Maybe I should leave it a mystery.
April Fool.